I got stabbed. I got maced like multiple times. People are fighting all around me, hitting each other. There's so much mayhem.
Take it from me!
I'm able to cuss everyone out. I'm like, shut up, die, you, hang yourself, whore. No one's stopping me. Where can you go anywhere and act like a total savage and no one gives a shit? We had explosions. We had violence. That was the most incredible and memorable feeling in my whole life, and nothing else is ever gonna compare to it. My name's John Toronto. I'm known in the Patriot movement as Based Spartan. I'm out there speaking up for myself and my country. What the hell? I love that pussy hat. I've never actually felt connection with any political person ever in my entire life. And Trump was the first person I voted for. He just seems like he doesn't care about what people think. I love that, he's confident, just the way he walks, his posture. Those are the things I really like about him. And he stands with his daughter and him walk together, and me and my daughter walk together. He says some of some really bad things, and I do too. Shut up, you fucking tweaker. You little tweaking ass bitch. You little crack-headed whore. I don't care about politics. I don't follow people per se. I'm just Trumping it. Donald Trump will be happy to see that you gave him all this attention this morning. Even this ugly bitch right here with the tattoos on the neck.
Well, we just like Trump, and we're like, we're not really into all that stuff. We don't get consumed in all these politics. We just want to go out there and fight for our freedoms. I like going out there to help control my dad as well, because I don't want him to blow up and then do something that he might regret just because he's caught up in that anger or whatever is going on. Sometimes he gets a little crazy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're white, Antifa. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm not political, so I'm just I'll unleash on anyone. It's just something that grows within me, and when it explodes, I explode.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
What'd you do?
Nothing. When I
Run
got
like
in your
a
bed.
bitch.
You did
Just
nothing
like
when I got in your bed.
At that moment, and when my anger peaks, I don't care about being hurt no more. I've probably been affected by this my whole life. So, violence, violence, violence. I believe in living my life for 100%, and yeah, I like being out there and it's probably from a lifetime of doing it. Well, on right here, this is in remembrance of a girl killed, which is like, I believe, our only person who lost their life to hate in this movement, regardless of who did it. It was someone from the right, though, I know it was. And then on this side, I have the cross, and it's the foundation of our country. I don't, necessarily believe like God. Like, I think we should say God only because it's traditional. But I also have Based Spartan there. You know what that means about your wife getting fucked in front of you? I told him, that is me. Because holy shit, I would jack off when she was getting fucked. So anyways, everyone hates me and calls me Cuck Spartan, so I put the cuck on. So I have all this, and it makes me feel good. Plus, it got this little six-pack that I don't have right now. When that shit's on, I feel fucking strong. I feel almost like no one can do shit to me. And when I have my shield right here, when I could actually assault you, so that feels good too.
When we got into the Patriot movement it was actually on the news. They were getting attacked and stuff in that park. And then that's when I told my dad, Dad, you gotta go up there, you're crazy. You could defend these people.
I didn't know where it was, and all of a sudden this park pops up and you see this whole line of Antifa.
I didn't throw shit at you! I don't give a shit what you think!
You have all these people and they're screaming shit, and I thought well, fuck them. And I said a lot of mean, just constantly working people up and down the line. So then and I moved, I shoved some more people, and we got into this little trash can thing. I got hit with some bottles, and people were throwing bricks. And then when I roar forward, they spread away from me, and I'm like, that's right, you're weak, I'm strong. Right now I'm calm and I'm able to tell a story and I enjoy remember, but when I'm out there, I feel like I'm in a different world. I didn't realize all the dynamics that were involved. We had racism, we're anti-Semitic and anti-gay, and I didn't understand all the dynamics of that until I added these people, seeing it for my eyes, and that Berkeley moment would rapidly, deteriorate for me. People are telling me, dude, you inspired me to come in here. Except I realized that I inspired also this group to grow, and with it, this hate.
Rumors are, of course, flying around everywhere. I'm just curious what prompted you to leave after,
I have not left. I have not left Trump.
Well,
you know what, man? They're standing with racism. And I talk to these people, man, and I try to explain to them, we have to have a value. We have to have a solid stance, and that stance can't be hatred.
They just see these clips of him and these pictures, and then they immediately judge him. But we're not a racist family. I mean, my mom's an illegal alien. I know that sounds oh, well, that doesn't I don't know, people could say, oh, that doesn't matter, just, but it does, because my dad loves all people. I love everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are, what race, religion. I mean, we're not racist people.
Resist hate. Be loving. Be kind. We've discovered that a lot of people are from the far right, racist, and we love our flag, we love America. But we tried to tell them, man, for months that we can't support any hate groups.
I try to do it softly and I held signs in San Bernardino, love, not hate. And from there, me and my family would be like attacked. Like the internet just slaughtered us.
He's Antifa the whole time, bro. That guy, he didn't change sides. Fuck that guy, he's a total faggot.
There's a knock on the door, I'm in the shower, my daughter says, hey, it's FBI. And then like I go, all right, open the door, I go, get the fuck out of here, you motherfuckers. Don't give a fuck what you want. So they're like, can we at least leave our card? So I meet them down the street and they're like, hey, you know, we know that you've been fighting racism since Portland. Can you help us out? And can you tell us if there's anyone in your movement that might kill people? And I'm like, well, you realize when I go to rallies, these are not my friends no more. These are people of hate, and I'm attacking them. I think, well, my most important ones are probably my top two. These are like right here, this upper part of my chest. It's the B is actually for Bianca, my daughter, which was my first color tattoo. And then she got lucky, she's over my heart again with her birthday and stuff. She scribbled on there. And then I also have all my boys up here. And I think that my upper chest is probably the most important part of the tattoos that I would say are the most important. Tattoos pretty much along my back are all prison related. Like when you go to a California prison, everyone wants to know where you're from. So I have La Puente. And of course, you know, I'm white, so I put white pride. I don't agree with someone who says white power because I don't want power to anyone. I have pride in who I am. It's a prison thing. I grew up in the streets ever since I was like 7. My parents just beat me all the time. They hated me for whatever reason. They painted a number 3 on my chest to get me ready for prison, which, you know, drove me into living into the street. I was in and out of juvenile halls like since I was like 9. And I ended up in a YA system here in California with continuing, you know, being angry, fighting, and doing crime, whatever. You know, I also went to a California prison system as an adult. So when I got out of prison, you know, I looked at my kids and, you know, they just looked shabby, you know, like it was sad.
Just, you know, growing up, like my dad, like, you know, being in jail and, you know, my mom, like she would drink a lot and she was on drugs. And, you know, she didn't really care, like, what we did. And it wasn't until, like, you know, my dad got out of prison, he kind of brought the hammer down and, like, didn't want us to be, like, you know, like, he didn't want us to be, like, a statistic, you know?
Just knowing that I can make a difference in their life, that changed everything for me. I dropped all the gang friends, I dropped all the drugs. I don't go nowhere no more, you know. My friends are my kids, and they've actually given me like a whole lifetime of memories that I wouldn't have without them. So it's been pretty cool. It's been really good for me. Bianca's always been like a pretty great student, and you know, like when she was in the 10th grade, she started like getting into this guy and shit, and her grades started coming down. I chopped off her hair, you know. I ain't gonna say I beat her up because you're not supposed to do that. She ended up going to a university and majoring in psychology and minoring in sociology. And then she applied for the master's program where she was accepted. She got a 4.0 on her first semester. And that semester ended with that Twitter viral film against us.
We're on.
Yeah. Want to say we love America.
Woo!
And I don't know what the date is. December 10th.
We stand with the Jews. We stand with Israel. We stand against the lies.
The FBI hit me up that weekend and they're like, look, we would like for you to integrate back in with your group and just find out if there's people beyond what you guys are doing, like not just be like scary and maybe threatening, but like actually like hurt people. I tried to tell them like, you know, I just want my daughter to be shielded from my hate that I'll be spilling out there.
You called my 5-year-old cousin a terrorist?
As we were walking to the rally, we were parked right next to John Toronto's car, so we had to pass him going to our car. And at that time, I was holding my sign that said "Dump Trump," and my little cousin she wanted to hold it, and she was walking past John Toronto, and that's when he called her, you know, little terrorist.
As this girl's like saying something, I said, well, you look like a terrorist. It wasn't like a racial thing for me. I'm just a mean person. When I'm angry, I say things that I believe would hurt you, so that's pretty much what happened.
You're exercising your freedom of speech and we're exercising our freedom.
You don't call a 5-year-old a fucking terrorist.
Hey man, you're the one making videos with the little he-bobs on.
He-bobs? Clearly you're fucking stupid. Just sit in your car.
Fuck you and your people.
This is our country.
Go hang yourself. Fucking Palestinian whore.
Yeah,
you think I give a fuck?
The Intifada.
This is America. Go suck a dick. Suck my dick. I'll give you 20, whore.
If it was just me, I would have just brushed it off my shoulder. It wouldn't faze me. But just that my little cousin was involved, it got me really upset, and I had to show my family.
And when she sent it to me, I was like infuriated. I just went to my Twitter account where I knew I had kind of a big following on, and I just uploaded, and I'm like, please tell me who these people are. Like, I didn't think anything of it. And after I posted it, I think the video review got around 2 million. That's when I knew it sort of went viral.
The people on Twitter saw the girl in the video and sort of dug into her personal life. That's not something I agree with. They started messaging her school and stuff, and tried to get her kicked out, face these consequences.
I truly am like sorry for the argument and for the whole situation, but I mean personally, like I didn't say anything or do anything to anybody, but if I could take it back, I totally would. I wish we just would have been able to just like leave and like go on, and that would have been a day.
I was totally knew she'd probably be expelled at the end. Like, I mean, it was just, it was rolling so fast and it was so biased toward us. My daughter lost her school, but should I hate a people for this and continue my onslaught? And the answer to that is I'm not a person of hate, and no, I can't do that. So hopefully they're not affected by my behavior, and I guess that's it for that, because I do love kids, But as far as the adults, like, we were there, we all knew what we were saying, and we're all responsible, and I guess have to live with what we did. She needs to slow down, like trumping it, because because you're a good girl, baby.
I love you, Dad.
You don't belong out there with us. We're bad, You have a different life than us. I don't know how it happened. And to be honest, it's pretty much ruined my entire life since it's begun. And I can't see stopping until Trump leaves. I wish, I could, but I can't. I'm drawn to this junky, threatening environment because it's thrilling. I made a decision, and that decision, I'm okay with sacrificing the things I've lost so far.